Well, good morning, everyone, and hello. My name is Rick Weers, and I'm the Executive Vice President of Construction and Asset Innovation here at Sifton Properties, and I'm going to be your Master of Ceremonies this morning. Thank you to everybody for joining us here this morning. We're excited to welcome Natural Resources Canada, our Member of Parliament, Kate Young, our Mayor, Ed Bowler, members of our Sifton team, business associates, and members of the media to West 5, Canada's first net zero community. Today we are here at the Sifton Centre, which is an iconic project for us here at Sifton Properties, the first net zero commercial building in Canada. Our office here boasts state-of-the-art technology, including self-tinting view dynamic glass, a variable refrigerant heating and cooling system that's 55% more efficient than a conventional commercial system, a rainwater system used to harvest water to flush our toilets. An interesting fact, the Sifton Centre saves approximately 14,000 liters of treated city water per month. The building also has 524 solar panels, both on the roof and integrated into the exterior facade, LED lighting throughout, Energy Star appliances, and laptop computers instead of desktops, which laptops require less power, but it also gives our team the flexibility to move in and around the space. This legacy project was our first big milestone here at West 5. I would now like to introduce Richard Sifton, the President and Chief Executive Officer of Sifton Properties, to talk more about West 5 and our latest projects. Richard is a third-generation Sifton family member and has been associated with the Sifton business for most of his life. Richard has been formally employed with the company for over 30 years. The last 15 years spent as President and Chief Executive Officer. Richard also serves on community-based committees and boards and is a representative for the London Development Institute and the Canadian Association of Family Enterprise. Please join me in welcoming Richard.
Well, thank you for joining us today for this exciting announcement. Certainly, we often get asked about what are we doing out here at West 5 and why. And the reality is that we've been in business for 95 years, and we're known for being sort of the leader and doing many of the firsts that exist in the city as well as in Ontario. We've been known as innovators actually in the industry, and today is no different. Today, after building our first solar home in 1978, we're building other solar products, which are a little bit different, but they're way out there for the future, which is a great thing to do. In an ever-changing world, it's important to ensure that we are touching the community and improving the community wherever we can. And that includes the environment, which is today, West 5 is another first for Siftons, and the first net zero community in Ontario. Helio, which is the building that we speak of today, is one important piece of the West 5 community. It will be 77% more efficient than any other building built under today's building code. In fact, we're building to the building code of 2030. The mixed uses will have 115 units, residential units, 17,000 square feet of retail space, and 321 parking spaces. The building will reduce 375 tons of CO2, which is 90% more efficient than a similar building. And we boast over 840 kilowatts of solar. We have some great partners as part of this project. I'd like to introduce and give a wave to our energy partner, S2E, Derek Sackbeck. From our design team, we have Diamond Schmidt, Matthew Smith. Scantech, Chris Hendrickson. Smith & Anderson Engineering, Brad Tilson. Our construction partner, Alice Dawn, Alfonso, Balasone and Mike Stewart. And our solar partner, German Solar, Dennis German. So thank you today to NRCAN, the Energy Innovation Program, which has enabled us to push solar far beyond what we ever thought was possible. It's now my pleasure to introduce Kate Young, Member of Parliament for London West. Kate Young, elected Member of Parliament for London West in October of 2015. She is Parliamentary Secretary for Science and Sport and the Parliamentary Secretary for Public Service, Procurement, and Accessibility. She also serves as Parliamentary Secretary for Transport. Your Member of Parliament, Kate Young.
Thank you so much, Richard, for those kind words, and hello to everyone. It wasn't until I stood up I realized how many people were here, so this is great. I'm thrilled to be here today on behalf of my colleague, the Honourable Amarjeet Sohi, Canada's Minister of Natural Resources, to make this first-of-a-kind announcement for Canada. First, I wish to recognize that we are here today on the traditional territories of the Anishinaabe, Haudenosaunee, Huron-Wendat, Adirondacks, and Lenape Indigenous peoples. We respect and honor our nearby Indigenous nations located just to our southwest of our city, the Chippewas of the Thames First Nation, the Oneida Nation of the Thames, and Munsee Delaware Nation. Such acknowledgements are more than a formality for me. They are a reminder that this nation's first peoples were also this land's first protectors. To quote a wonderful Indigenous proverb, we do not inherit this land from our ancestors, we borrow it from our children. This perspective has informed and inspired our government's own vision for Canada in this clean growth century, a vision built on the fundamental belief that economic prosperity and environmental protection must go hand in hand. As Londoners, we understand this vision. We've taken pride in being ahead of the curve, and now we must remain committed to aiming higher. Sifton Properties has been part of this tradition. Sifton led by introducing new advancements, such as building the first underground neighborhood services back in the 1950s, to being the first to build solar-powered homes in the 1970s, which I know I was one of the first to visit the solar home on Viscount back in the 70s, because I remember lining up with the general public just wanting to see what was going on inside this incredible home. Sifton stands out again, poised to continue their reputation for housing innovation with another first-of-its-kind project that we hope and expect will be duplicated right across this country. Canada's first mixed-use, multi-residential high-rise building to target net zero energy performance. It's a mouthful. So you may be asking, what is net zero? It describes buildings that are designed and constructed so they can produce at least as much energy as they consume on a yearly basis. And that's what Sifton's doing here. With proven and available technology, they will help to demonstrate that we can build large-scale communities at or near net zero energy consumption. Today, I am proud to announce that our government is supporting Sifton's vision with an investment of $3.9 million through our government's Energy Innovation Program at Natural Resources Canada. A future where we combine better energy efficiency, more renewable energy, and new sustainable technologies to create good jobs, a stronger economy, and healthier, thriving communities. Projects like this one also have the potential to make Canada a leader in a $1 trillion global market for clean technologies, transforming traditional businesses and opening up entire new industries. So on behalf of Minister Sohi and our government, I would like to congratulate Sifton Properties and their partners on this great achievement. It's a proud day for you, it's a proud day for London, and a milestone for Canada. Congratulations, and thank you.
Thank you to our Member of Parliament, Kate Young, for your kind remarks and a wonderful announcement. In 2018, Sifton Properties was honored to be recognized as NRCAN Canada's 2018 Ontario Green Builder of the Year. We were also excited to receive the London Home Builders Association 2018 Environmental Stewardship Award. It's an honor to be continually recognized by our peers and the industry for our work in the energy and environmental categories, and will continue to be a pioneer for building green. I would now like to introduce our Mayor of London, Ed Holder. Sworn in as London's 64th Mayor this past December, Mayor Holder previously served as Member of Parliament for London West 2008 to 2015, and Federal Minister of Science and Technology 2014 to 2015. He has held leadership positions in more than 40 community and not-for-profit organizations, and currently sits on the Strategic Priorities and Policies Committee, the London Police Board, the Economic Development Corporation Board, the London Convention Centre Board, and the Western University Board of Governors. Please join me in welcoming Mayor Ed Holder.
Well, thank you very much. That's very thoughtful. As I was listening to what you were saying about Kate and myself, having both been members of Parliament London West that are involved with science, and my role as Minister of Science and Technology. Kate Young is going to be the 65th Mayor of London. I just want you to know that. And you heard it here first. Well, good morning. As I acknowledge Kate, certainly let me acknowledge my friend Richard Sifton. We go back many, many years, and the Sifton family is a name that, frankly, is legendary in London for the quality of work that it's done and its innovation, and what it has meant to London and the broader community. It is so important what Sifton, just the name Sifton, means in this community. I honor you and I honor your family, and please extend my regards to all of your family. But Richard, I need to reach out to you and say what a difference maker you are, and I think this project here is certainly consistent with what people think of when they think of the Sifton family and what they think of you personally. Let me bring a warm welcome, if I can, as well, from your Ward 9 Councillor, Anna Hopkins. She sincerely wanted to be here, but we put her to work, and she has a committee meeting this morning that she just could not break away from, but she asked me to extend her warm regards to you, and it's important that I'm here as well as we share this very important announcement. So on behalf of the City of London, let me extend my sincere congratulations to everyone involved in this future thinking and unique initiative. Richard, congratulations to you and Sifton Properties on this West 5 project. What you're bringing is the most energy efficient high-rise apartment building in Canada to our city, and that's phenomenal. This 12-story building offers new residential and commercial retail space for many in this community, but will also provide spaces that are world-leading in clean energy efficiency, benefiting both residential and commercial tenants, as well as the incredible impact it has in our environment. I'd like to pass on my regards to Kate and NRCAN. I used to make these kinds of announcements with NRCAN, and Natural Resources Canada is a phenomenal agency that does the kind of work that you're supporting with this project, Richard. And in providing this funding, NRCAN is expressing its confidence in London as the leading place in Canada to invest in clean energy innovation. London is now emerging as a municipality that is a leader in progressive energy planning, and this financial support ensures we continue along this path. Funding for the West 5 project on behalf of Sifton Properties is making this new building the highest standard for clean energy efficiency. And being home to the first net zero community in Canada makes a huge statement about Sifton's commitment to our environment. So on behalf of the City of London and Council, let me extend my heartfelt congratulations. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, all of you, because this doesn't happen without all of you who are in this crowd today. Your commitment, you are difference makers, and I support and congratulate all of you for this and bringing this wonderful and incredible project to London, Ontario, Canada. Thank you, Richard.
London has been home to Sifton Properties for over 95 years, and we will continue to give back to the community we call home. As I mentioned, today we are standing in our first net zero office building, and our second office building, and the multi-use residential building that we received the funding announcement for today, currently being constructed right next door. We hope to pave the way for others in the industry to strive for net zero, and we're committed to bringing forward innovative, energy-efficient products as we design and build West 5. So thank you all for joining us this morning. This concludes formal announcements. The media is invited to ask questions during an informal media scrum. So thank you again.